Test 1 2 3. I actually haven't noticed to see if your guys' levels are kicking. Yeah, you are good. Never mind.
What?
We're alive and kicking.
Ah. Oh yeah, I need to get.
I need a beverage up. Jim, can I have a Coke?
Are you yelling upstairs?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess you can up the stairs. Never mind. Literally, I don't know the layout of your room. I'm just in my mind's eye. I have an idea of what it's like, but
my stairs are not. It's like you go up a couple steps, you turn, and then go up a couple steps. As soon as you go up, and you're on the first floor, my living room is right there.
Diecast got to see all the toys that I have just piled up on top of each other.
Oh, you have no idea of the piled up toys. My mother-in-law asked today if we were going to look for another house because I'm already outgrowing this one.
Yeah, we have to.
But I got a lot of boxes, which is part of the problem.
So she brings you a drink and takes your dishes away, and you don't even give her a thank you?
Yeah.
No wonder she doesn't mind when you leave for Valentine's.
Okay. Man, it's gonna be weird not having Dawn on tonight.
Yep.
When's the last time we didn't have Dawn?
I don't know.
Been a long time.
A small eternity.
He must really be sick if he doesn't want to come on the podcast.
Yeah.
So I was listening to I'm going to post it tomorrow for Throwback Thursday, the episode that aired this week back in 2010, and it had Rob Springer, Ender, Chris McFeely, Hey Mickey, and Chris hosting. And I remember that episode recording because I was at home. I was in my shop doing something. I don't remember exactly why I took that day off, but I was listening to it live. But it made me sad that was 7 years ago.
For that matter, where was JD that night?
I don't know.
I want to say there was a little while he took off from the show, but I don't remember.
I don't think it was then, though.
I used to love when he used to get on Don. Oh, yeah. It was great.
Yeah. This will sound weird, but I'm losing track of time. Did everybody here? I know Rob did, and I know Chris did, but Matt and Diecast, did you do the show with JD?
I did.
I did like 2 or 3.
Okay. Hello, chat. Man, I miss him.
Oh, I got to pull the chat up.
Yeah, I mean, since we kind of, adopted Matt in 2013, there wasn't a whole lot of opportunity for them to...
Yeah, I lose track of when all that stuff happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually supposed to be the alternate for JD.
When we talked about doing alternates, that never happened.
Well, that and, alternate's kind of an interesting thing to say when JD actually had quit RFC to do my show by that point.
Screw you.
He had come back. Though.
Yeah. It's like RFC is 2 segments. There was the pre-Shardicon and then the post-Shardicon.
We've had multiple segments.
Yes. Many eras.
Gosh, there are eras that I've literally forgotten about because there are people on who are on the show. I can't remember their names.
Chris.
Yeah. But I was trying to remember everybody that's been on for the 10th anniversary or 15th anniversary show or something, and Rat Trap 007.
Yeah, you're reaching way back with that.
Tomcat X, Wheeze Bucket, this Goldimus Prime guy.
What an asshole.
Yeah. He's a cute
Sounds
little
like
kid.
it.
Yeah, I hated him.
Matrix Prime is on occasionally. Rob Springer, Hooper X, Gabe / Recharge. There's some episodes when Gabe and Hoop hosted the show, and they literally just crank called people from Alt Toys Transformers. Like they called Rick, who lives like, is it Denmark or Sweden?
One of those, yeah.
He Sweden, I think. They crank called him international, and that was an expensive call for a minor joke.
I bet.
Yeah, that was fun. Let's see here. Hola, 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 hola. Oh yeah, I need to post this to T-Formers.
Oh, someone was already at my Toys R Us and said they do not have that Velocitron set. It's really weird when I go on a site and there's like at least 10 people that all check the same store that I'm near. I'm like, oh, there's way too many Transformers fans near me.
Well, no, you just need to start networking with them.
Yeah.
I only have one that I know of here. And it's funny that he and I got to know each other through the podcast. He was a listener, and now he's basically my neighbor.
Howdy, neighbor.
Like, he's not like a neighbor, but like he doesn't live far from here. And his place of work is, I could walk to there from here.
I know there's a few people in Nashville, but I don't really like have any contact with them. The only like semi-local fan is Hey Mickey, who I talk to. And that's really stretching the definition of local.
Yeah, that's a bit of a drive.
Yeah, well, that's why I only do it maybe twice a year.
There's got to be people in Baltimore, but I don't really know any of them.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, there's definitely people. I don't know of anybody else from Baltimore though that I can think of.
Well, Cheetamus used to be in Baltimore, but I think he moved to California.
I believe so.
You know, I know it. I know.
I introduced you to him at BotCon 2015, Rob.
Yeah.
Or no, that was 2016 actually. That was in Louisville.
I know.
I think he was just getting ready to move as I met him.
I know it's cheesy, but I was really happy with the album art this week.
Okay, let's go see what you did.
Yeah, I was like, now you're gonna make me look at it. God damn it!
Well, it's on the Twitter, so
Did it actually go out?
actually it didn't.
Yeah. I need to fix that.
All right, to the YouTube.
TFRU.net/live.
Okay, that thumbnail is not the album art.
With a thumbnail. Or hell, I can just put it in the Skype chat.
That might be faster because I'm not really having much luck here.
There you go.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Hi, John.
Yo,
There's John.
I heard the sound of buttons.
And he's early.
We're gonna
A little
need,
bit.
we're gonna need all the help we can without Don. Somebody has to be
Yeah.
lovable, and that's gonna be John.
Yeah, certainly not me.
Put the Street Fighter down.
I'm playing Zelda.
Oh,
Because again, I want to finish this in the next 3 years. So
on the Switch.
I haven't played it in over a week. I haven't played it since before Jolanta.
Zelda.
Yeah,
Oh, I guess if you're playing the Switch, you're playing Zelda.
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
Shovel
pretty
or
much,
Shovel
yeah.
Knight. Yeah,
The $300 Zelda machine.
Blaster Master Zero looks pretty good.
yeah. That's true. And
I mean, you could get 1-2 Switch.
I thought about it honestly.
I have it. I haven't played it yet, but I have it.
$50 pack-in that wasn't.
I know, it should have just been like Wii Sports. Everybody would have loved it as a pack-in. Because they didn't have to pay for it. Wii Sports was my favorite game on the Wii.
I will never understand Nintendo anymore, like, at all.
They just care about one thing. It's money.
Yeah.
And once you say that a couple times, everything makes sense.
Yeah, I just think sometimes they could do a better job of caring about money.
Yep,
But,
I agree.
like if that's gonna be your thing, like apply a little bit of common sense to it here and there.
Yeah, like the NES Mini still kind of makes me scratch my head because they still don't have enough to meet demand. So that's kind of a head scratcher but it was a very good advertising mechanism. So I'm not sure if they got what they wanted out of that or not.
Well, you have to figure that as long as they sold it for more than it cost to make the hardware, they did, because
Yeah, there you go.
Didn't cost them anything to make any of those games.
Well, they had to do some work. They had to build the emulator and the UI and everything. I mean, that's
Not
some
necessarily.
work.
They could have just swiped an emulator off the internet.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Frank Cifaldi was able to prove they used, in many cases, like, if not an off-the-rack emulator, they used downloaded copies of the games for some of the games in there.
That's awesome.
Why? That's why I heard you can put like 700 games on it if you hook it up to your computer and do it the right way. Because it's basically just an emulator box.
Yeah, it's literally what it is.
That's probably a Raspberry Pi in there or something very similar.
I mean, it's not a Raspberry Pi. I mean, the Raspberry Pi is awesome, but it's overkill for what they needed with that. They could probably do something way cheaper.
Raspberry Pi Zero?
Raspberry Pop-Tart.
Raspberry Pop-Tart. Pi Zero is honestly overkill for it.
Pop-Tart's funny.
I'm not surprised.
What about Paisano?
Paisano. Sharing a group. We're sharing a group. Share. Interesting.
What?
I no longer have share in a group.
Doesn't seem right.
No.
They think you were spamming because that's what they got me for the one time. And then it fixed itself.
I don't think it's that. I mean, I can still go to the group and post it. I just don't have the share button. I mean, my share button doesn't say. That's going to screw up my workflow. So talk Transformers. Where else do I normally share that to? YouTube community. TF Wiki, and one more.
Oh yeah, I should probably look at the notes.
Sometimes it helps.
Well, I need to look. I can probably talk about half of it without knowing what it is, but I probably ought to know that. Yeah. But I should probably know what it is I'm supposed to say when you say, Rob, what else is on T-Formers?
One more. Legions of Transformers. Okay, posted to T-Formers, posted to Facebook. Where else do I need to post this stuff? I'll do another share to Twitter because I can. Wow. Last Autobots in the chat. Chat is quiet. People watching live. Hello, 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 hello.
I only show up for Don.
Yeah. Don't let Don find that out. This is Radio Free Cybertron. We're streaming live. Lots of fun things to talk about this week.
I thought it was a lot of movie stuff this week.
That's fun. For 99% of the fans.
Oh.
And we can make it fun.
Yeah, but then it won't be fun for the 99% of the fans anymore.
True. Okay, so my friend Bobby's a nurse. And he said that a dementia patient asked him today if he was Abraham Lincoln. That's awesome. I could see that. I could see somebody thinking he's Abraham Lincoln. And let's see here, 10 minutes. Let me pull up the show notes again, look those over. Thanks again, Chris. Okay, how's everybody doing?
Not too bad.
Not too bad.
I'm full of chili.
I still have cheer wine left. I'm good.
Awesome. Is that stuff that
Is that your last one?
No, I have 3 more downstairs.
Is that stuff that I left, or did you pick up stuff on the way?
I picked up stuff.
In Georgia, Tennessee.
One of those, yeah.
Kroger right down the road from the hotel.
Oh, cool.
Oh yeah, you got it like on Saturday, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. You should have stopped at another Kroger on the way back. You could have got some more.
I know.
What's wrong? Superfire Dragon. Drag 1.
Yeah, actually, when I met Matt, I had a little soft cooler with a little case of cheer wine in it for the drive down.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was good.
Maybe that exchanged why the
cooler.
Okay, so YouTube is screwed up.
Oh?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
What's wrong with
What's
YouTube?
What's the specific problem today?
Yes, let's be specific.
Apparently, we have 2 live streams going. I don't know how that's possible.
Okay.
Well, you should probably kill one of them.
Yeah, let me...
If anyone wants
I was referring to how they decide what's restricted content and what's not, but yeah.
Yeah, that's screwed up.
No, there's just one. It says we have about 30 people watching it.
Let's see.
Is Sherwine really that good? Ask the last Autobot. Yes. Yes, it is.
I made sure to drag some back across 4 states with me, so.
Let's see here. Man, it sounds different without Don here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's no sound of trucks roaring by on the highway 20 feet away.
You got a point.
No blood-curdling screams.
Silly butt, what are you doing, silly butt?
What can we add? What can we add to the Massey list? We'll make the Massey list the Amazon plug for the week. Stuff safe for work. What's on it right now? tfradio.net/Massey.
Get your cat carrier.
Okay, Bactine, Supreme Cheetor, cat treats,
How much is Supreme Cheetor?
$36.
Really? That's not bad.
Considering what what people often charge on Amazon for things that are out of production, that's funny actually.
No, I'm telling you, we need to wait for Death's Head 2 to come out and then send on a Death's Head 2 riding a Supreme Cheetor.
Oh, that'd be great. I'm going to add a gallon of Miracle Whip.
Yeah.
Do they sell it by the gallon?
Yes.
Institutional use.
See if there's a nice Doctor Who coffee mug or something on there.
Oh yeah, because this
a Doctor Who coffee bowl.
Oh yeah, this goes to Don. I forgot that already. Coffee bowl. Wow, coffee bowls are a thing. I didn't know that.
Really?
Yeah.
Don started it. He's a trendsetter.
I was hoping to find a 5-pound block of Velveeta we could put on there for him, but
Velveeta does not require refrigeration, right?
Well, not once.
Well,
not
no,
until
it's
you
not
open it.
food, so
Yeah, it's fine as long as it's sealed.
Okay, Velveeta.
Once you open it, you have to refrigerate it. But yeah.
Here we go. A pound of Velveeta for $15. I don't know if that's a good price or not.
Well, in the store, a pound of Velveeta runs about $7. So.
Okay.
That's ridiculous.
Actually, no, that's way expensive. Because Velveeta comes in 2-pound blocks, not 1-pound blocks.
Yeah.
They have They have the 32-ounce size for $16.99.
Okay, Velveeta 32-ounce.
Oh, I got excited for a second. I saw Velveeta 64-ounce, but it's just a 2-pack of the 32s.
I saw that. Yeah.
That's disappointing.
Velveeta is sold in loaves. That's crazy. A Velveeta loaf.
One day
I tend to refer to them as bricks, but yeah.
One day I forget exactly how it happened. I forget whether it was Chris or I was referring to a block of cheese as a cheese ingot on Twitter.
I like that. That makes sense to me.
And Don chimed in with something about Velveeta, and I said, no, Don, because Velveeta is, in terms of how it is produced, Velveeta is almost literally cheese slag.
Anything else to add?
What can you add to that?
Yeah.
Well, Death's Head 2.
Oh, let's dream big. He's been thinking about getting a PS4. Put that on the wish list for him.
Okay. The Uncharted bundle, or which one?
Well, he was wanting to play The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Specifically.
Is there a Last of Us bundle?
I don't know.
There might be.
Yeah, there could be.
Yeah, there is.
Well, there you go.
A PS1 for $2,000.
Put that on the list.
Does it at least have the mod chip in it?
I doubt it.
If by mod chip you mean a Game Shark and a spring, it's possible.
Yeah.
Well,
Kilby, you want to fill Don's house with more crap he'll never actually use?
Yes.
Well, look in the Skype chat.
What are we?
An overhead projector? Oh, yes.
Oh.
Yeah, put that on the list.
That'll be the one expensive thing somebody actually buys him.
Probably.
That would be for Crazy Steve.
He has one.
He gave it to me. I said I don't want it. I'm like, I don't want it. I'm not taking it.
Where did Crazy Steve get it from?
Like a flea market or something.
Yeah, Yeah, he should save it for next time.
Okay, I'm gonna get beverage up. So,
All right.
Yes, I've planned ahead for my needs.
All jacked up on Mountain Dew.
Hell yeah. Actually, no, I drank so much of it doesn't really do anything to me anymore. Now, there was the one time I drank a whole 2 liter of Sundrop in an afternoon, and that was the shakes.
Yeah.
I think it was Diet Sundrop, too, so that was like a pure caffeine high. That wasn't even a sugar buzz. Also, Diet Sundrop is terrible. I think that's why I drank it so fast. I wanted to be rid of the damn thing.
I can believe it.
Well, there's not really any diet soda that's actually good. You know, that's kind of the problem there. The whole statement that Diet Sundrop is awful kind of assumes that there's some diet soda that's actually decent.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if diet soda was my option, I think I would just not drink soda.
Well, my family in the NutraSweet, so I just do seltzer most of the time. Possibly one more thing for the Massey list.
Oh boy.
This one is actually mostly disappointingly practical, but it's something we should probably have.
Uh-huh.
It was just the first thing I found when I searched for cat tranquilizers.
Of course, the third bullet point specifically is, it is not a drug or a tranquilizer. I'm not sure I believe them.
Yeah.
This is not a drug, but it calms your cat down.
I don't know, maybe it's like a homeopathic cat tranquilizer, so technically they're right, because it doesn't...
Maybe it's just a spray can of CO2.
Oh, you're just really still for a second, Chris. I thought everything froze. I was like, oh, oh no, this is bad.
Yeah, I'm actually reading the Amazon reviews of this cat spray. Do they make cat repellent bat spray on Amazon? That might be useful for him. This was recommended by my vet in order to keep my kitty from biting my leg when I have to leave the house. So far, it's working.
So far. But I haven't tried to leave the house, so I don't really know.
Everybody here?
I think so.
Sure.
John's as here as he ever is.
Yeah, I'm here. Yes. See.
I will start a new recording. How am I coming through? Am I loud enough?
You're fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, accidentally closed out of the chat again.
Good job.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, start time.
New video recording. Okay. Wow, it's so weird without Don. Okay, 3, 2, 1. This is Radio Free Cybertron, episode 511, recorded March 22nd, 2017. I am Brian Kilby, and with me this week, I have Chris.
Hello.
Matt.
Hi.
Diecast.
Hello.
John.
Yo.
And Rob Clay.
Hi.
You'll notice by the absence of screaming, of pain from Massey, there's no Don.
Don is actually out on his seminar circuit this week. We expect to have him back in the studio with us.
Yeah, I told him this
Wednesday.
Dononomics thing would work out for him. He didn't believe it.
Yeah.
Check your local PBS schedule.
Don is under the weather. So, wow. Okay. We haven't done a show without Don in so long. It feels so weird.
We can't remember how long it's been since we've done a show without Don.
Don must be in bad shape because he always records the show, sick or not. So, Don, we hope you feel better soon.
Feel better.
Yeah, feel better, Don.
Maybe he just had a coupon to the Golden Corral that was going to expire tonight.
Possible. And next week, Chris and I won't be here, so somebody else will be hosting. So
good luck.
Chris and I will be eating sushi.
Yes, if all goes well.
It'll be a surprise who hosts.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Matt would be fun. We'll see if he's up for it.
The only way to get Matt to host is to not give him a choice. I'm telling you this right now.
Yeah.
It just has to be thrown upon him and, no quarter given.
I do have the choice of hitting this little red hang up button though, so keep that in mind.
That's true.
That would make for a hell of a show.
Anybody get anything this week?
Of course.
What'd you get?
I've got the most important thing of all. I've got the cube.
What is that?
It's
the Allspark.
It's the Allspark. It's the cube.
Is it an official or a third party, or is it a tissue container?
No, it's heavy, but it's not official. It's Taobao.
It looks like a candle. It looks like if you tilted it one way, there would be a little hole and a wick.
Yeah.
No, it's solid.
Probably lead. So we're probably getting poisoned right now.
Yes. I'm probably
Nice.
It's probably poisoning me right now. But I got
Is it
that.
actually metal?
It's like.
Is it hollow?
It's like resin, maybe.
Oh, okay.
And then I also got
Wait,
this little guy.
Oh, nice. That's the Bad Cube toy?
Yeah, that's the Bad Cube. It's the only good Gears that's out right now, and even he's not totally impressive, but he's okay.
I like the fact that it's a Gears, and I'm assuming that he's about the size of Masterpiece Bumblebee. Am I assuming that correctly?
Looks
Yeah.
like it.
I would rather just have a. I love Gears. I love Gears a lot, but I don't know, something about it isn't quite right.
Yeah. He's not bad. He's the best Gears we've had so far.
Oh yeah, totally agree with that.
In third party. So
better than
And
the
then,
continuously variable toy.
oh, that thing is junk.
I kind of like the iGear one. I'm certain it's probably junk, but I kind of like that one. It's not.
Oh, the
great.
iGear one was okay. It's definitely not Masterpiece. It's more of a.
Well, that one wasn't trying to be a masterpiece.
Yeah, that was
Scale.
before. That's before toys were trying to be masterpieces.
The good old days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I got the fourth Fans Project one. I actually bought it a long time ago, but it was sitting in one of those order stacks. So I finally shipped it because I realized, the 5th and 6th are sold out, and they're never going to go on sale unless they have more. Unless they're like going to put more stock out later. I don't know, but I ended up ordering the other two off Taobao.
So which Fans Project toy is that?
Dino King.
Yeah, it's the fourth.
The way they discounted the first couple this past year, I don't think anybody's going to be ordering anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that means the 5th and 6th are going to be harder to get.
So I was looking at Captured Prey's
How
website.
about?
Yeah, Captured Prey's website this week, and they had the both parts of the upcoming Fans Toys Omega Supreme. And it was just interesting to me that pre-orders for the first set were sold out. Pre-orders for the second set weren't.
So someone bought one of the pre-orders for the first, but not the second.
Yeah.
I guess they'll have to go back and get it later.
They'll get a nice big tank toy. It'll be okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. Did you get anything else?
No, that was it.
Anybody else?
No,
Yeah,
Toby, why don't you talk to us about what you got this week?
Okay, so from Kokomo Toys, our friends at Kokomo Toys, I got G.I. Joe Skyhawk. I've been wanting this for a while.
Oh, nice.
So I got that. And I finally got my first Fans Toys toy. I got Sovereign. And So pluses and deltas, pluses and minus. Okay, I like the likeness pretty good. I like the likeness. That's something I like about this. It's too heavy. Like, I don't equate diecast to premium.
Hey.
Well, I don't equate metal to premium. So it's a crappy toy. It's a really crappy toy. It's I mean, yeah, it's got ratcheting joints and stuff, but it feels it's oh gosh, what's a good example? Like, has anybody ever had like a can of Slim Fast or something? Has anybody ever had it?
No, I don't hate myself, Brian.
Okay, so the bottom of those cans are really heavy to make it feel like there's more to it than there actually is. He is basically a can of Slim Fast. He is so bottom heavy that it's absurd. I like plastic is great because plastic has some give. Metal doesn't have any give. So I will never buy another Fans Toys toy if he's what these things are like.
You know what is fantastic, Brian?
The aneurysm diecast is having right now.
Yes, we have all sat here and to varying degrees talk crap about diecast on and off like we do, and I have never seen him look as angry as he looks right now.
Like, I am totally going to stick with Make Toys. Make Toys, it has some diecast stuff in it, but it's just not like all. It's not all metal. And the all metal part really bothers me. I don't like it. I'm not buying any more of these. But I
wait for the counter argument.
But I can understand why somebody would like it. Like, I understand how that aesthetic would appeal to somebody. It's just not me.
I think I can see another Shattered Glass diecast YouTube video coming in the near future.
I know Diecast loves
Diecast,
it.
Is there a response here?
I don't even know how to respond. It's like one of my top picks for like figure of the year, third party figure of the year. Like it's awesome and it's heavy and it transforms beautifully. It has diecast in all the right places. It has plastic in all the right places. I can't really. I don't know what to say.
Like, if it were like all plastic with the same likeness, it'd be great.
I think what they could probably do also is make like a primarily plastic body where all the stuff you're interacting with directly is plastic parts, and just have like a core of metal inside of it to give it a little bit of weight for the people who like that feeling of heaviness in the toy. There's ways to incorporate diecast metal that will complement the toy. It will accentuate its qualities a little bit, but it's really, really easy to jump off from there and just kind of go overboard. And I think that's what Sovereign's got going on for what you're saying.
It's like Vinyl Tech and alternators. Alternators were inherently superior because they were all plastic.
And meanwhile, alternative figures have some diecast metal in them, but it's mostly like a body column just to make them feel a little bit heavier. All the parts that have to do anything are plastic.
But like, people like this and diecast, and me, we're different people. Like, this is like would be like a sideshow or whatever the hell that
sideshow collectibles.
Yeah, this would be something akin to that, like a premium thing. But those are terrible toys. I like a toy. Like, I 10-to-1 prefer the Titans Return Galvatron to this. Because it's a fun toy.
Galvatron's like 95% the perfect Galvatron toy. It's got two problems that need to be fixed, and it would be the perfect Galvatron.
So I did compare it against the Make Toys Megatron Despotron, which I think is a pretty good toy, and it doesn't have as much metal in it. And I know there's no scale, especially between third-party companies, but it did make me a little bit sad that this toy is about 3 inches taller than 2.5 inches taller than Despotron.
That didn't really present as a problem to me until you had the picture of it with Delta Magnus.
So actually, I still have Delta Magnus right here.
Like, that's way too tall compared to an Ultra Magnus body for my taste.
I would say Delta Magnus by volume is about 40% bigger than Sovereign, but Sovereign feels like it weighs about twice as much.
Well, and it's the height thing too. Like Cyclonus should probably be about that tall compared to Ultra Magnus. Galvatron should be a little bit shorter than Cyclonus.
Yes,
in my view.
Yeah.
And like you say, there's no obligation of scale between third parties or third party and official, but like if you're gonna mix the two together, to me that'd be a strike against it.
And like there are toys that with a lot of diecast parts that I like. I really like Ocular Max Sphinx, and there's quite a bit of diecast in that. But he's also a third the size. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't have a problem necessarily with diecast metal in toys. It just has to be used in a conservative and intelligent way. It doesn't sound like they did that with Sovereign.
No, they did. Brian's nuts. I'm sorry. I can't. He's making it sound like it's a titanium figure.
That's a good way to describe it.
That's what I'm picturing in my head is a titanium. It is not that. It is a good figure.
Well, I also
it's a good toy.
It's a good toy.
I also wish the chain on the Matrix necklace or whatever you would call that. I wish it were a couple links longer, so that it would.
I can see that criticism. That's
a minor.
That's fine. That's a minor.
That's easy to fix. Just go to a jewelry shop and get a little chain, and you can replace a chain pretty easy.
I'm not disagreeing with anything that diecast says. It's a value statement. Like what diecast values and toys.
A matter of personal preference.
Yeah, is different than mine. Like
Plus, diecast has drank the fans' toys Kool-Aid, and there's just no getting him back now.
I did not like Lupus though. Lupus was not.
Okay, that's fair. You actually can criticize fans' toys. When you need to.
If Make Toys made a Galvatron, I would be all about that. Except for the fact that I already bought this one.
Yeah, you've bought that one. You bought
Mania King,
Mania King,
or however you want to say it. I like Mania King, or Maniac King.
Well, whatever.
I like Maniac King.
And a lot of us bought the DX9.
You bought
Galvatron
all three
too. Yeah.
Did you get both colored versions of Mania King or Mania King?
No, I got the second color.
Yeah, me
one.
too. Okay.
So,
but
that I quickly sold.
I wish I could sell
quickly.
mine.
I had it for a while. I did sell it once I knew the DX9 was coming out, and
I kind of wish I'd have gone with DX9.
No. No, you don't.
I don't know. Given the difference in values you're expressing here with your Galvatrons, I think he probably would have wanted to go with the DX9.
Maybe, yeah.
Well, if I take nothing else away from tonight, diecast frothing at the mouth will, stick with me for a long time.
That's all I got. Anybody else get anything?
Yeah, Mark Brickinator was nice enough as to send me Viper, which I've been looking for since last year, and that's a really nice little figure. Nice deco. I like the Power Glide mold anyway. And yeah, that was really nice of him. Thank you, Mark. And I just think it's notable that Matt was so successful in procuring Vipers that I had to get mine from Canada.
Hey. I helped.
Yeah. Yes, you did.
That's funny.
Good luck finding another Gnaw.
I saw two yesterday, so you need to get up Maryland and raid our Walmarts.
Brian, we did forget to mention something that we got this week.
Oh yeah, you tell us.
This is thanks to Hasbro and Transformers Forged to Fight. This is their it's a pin. It's Autobot and Decepticon. This is didn't we see the trademark for this?
Yes.
And I thought that this is made by Penny Arcade or Penny Arcade. It says Penny Arcade on the front, but Penny Arcade on the back.
So it was for PAX East, which is Penny Arcade Expo, the East Coast version, and Penny with PENNIE or Y or however you spell it, and this is spelled PINNY as in a pin.
Because that's their pin manufacturing imprint.
Yeah.
But I want to thank Forged to Fight and thank Hasbro for sending this out to us because it's awesome.
Let's give one away.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll post a Twitter contest, and we'll give it away between now and next week.
Or you want to make it 2 weeks so that you're back to make the announcement?
No, one of you guys makes the announcement. So while I'm out,
don't screw it up, Diecast.
yeah, make sure to follow us on Twitter, and we'll give you something to retweet at the same time. So, and we'll announce a winner, and it'll be awesome. Anybody else get anything? Anything going once, going twice? Okay. This week in history, 2008, Aveo Swerve is made available on the Chevrolet website through branches in Switzerland and the United Arab Emirates, and it's quickly taken down. I don't remember it being made available like that.
That's because it was available for about 68 hours, and it cost about $130 to get shipped to the U.S.
How did those make it here then, in the volume that they did?
Oh well, later on, Chevrolet dealerships in Canada had supplies of them. Were offering them with test drives.
Somebody just gave me one.
Yeah, I got one for like $30
mine was
a few years ago.
Mine was either given to me by Anthony from TFU or by Don One, and I can't remember.
Yeah, so basically, Aveo Swerve was a very, very, very hard to get thing for a long time because it had like a 2.5, 3 day availability window, and you had to pay exorbitant amounts of money to get it from the foreign Chevrolet websites during that tiny little time frame. So there weren't that many to go around, but a few years later, a lot of them turned up in Canada. Some were linked to, you had to go take a test drive. Sometimes people could just go and get them, like just purchase them direct from the dealership. I think some were just given away directly too, because they had so many of them. There wasn't enough. Not enough people came through to give them out the proper ways. But that's why you can get Aveo Swerves on eBay and wherever now, $30, $40 range. It's not a bad toy. It's very much a product of its time. It was made, 2007, 2008 design philosophies. So it's not quite up to what we have now, but visual styling, and I will always appreciate Transformers that turn into just like average everyday cars and not,
sports
fantasy supercars. Yeah.
Like cars that Diecast owns.
That's one reason I also will always love Armada Sideswipe, even though it's a horrendous robot toy. I love it's just, ordinary everyday 4-door car vehicle mode.
Yeah. Very nice toy. Speaking of nice toys, next item, 2010. FunPub reveals the first toy in the BotCon 2010 exclusive box set, Autobot Spark, also known as Pyro. So
that was a good set.
It's a great set. Actually, by the time you hear the show on Twitter, I'll have shared, and Facebook, I think I'll have shared out a Throwback Thursday, which is actually the episode of RFC where the guys talk about this.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so
I didn't even realize.
Yeah, so that will be up. I'm not posting it to the. No, I'm not going to post it to the RSS feed. I don't want people to download a 7-year-old episode and get ticked off. But it will be on our social media, and if you follow us at TF Radio on Twitter, you will see that. So. And
will this also be included in the newsletter for this week?
Yes.
Yes, sure. Why not?
Yes.
It will now.
Yes, but I love that toy. I love that set. That was actually the first BotCon set I ever bought. After years of saying I would never buy a BotCon set. And I pretty much held to that. I only got 2. And it's not necessarily because I could have bought the sets. I just didn't want them. And hey, Diecast had something else this week while I'm thinking about it.
Oh, I can't believe I forgot that. I got Grinder this week.
So I saw that at Johanta last weekend, and I was really impressed by it.
That's a fan's toy, so
But I didn't touch it. I looked at it.
But my full review of Grinder just posted with all the extra pieces that he came with, and me swapping out all the faces, and one of the parts actually. One of the leg pieces for Soar, the die-cast piece that was a replacement piece, the hole was too small and actually cracked my figure. But other than that, everything was good. The full review.
Metal doesn't give.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet if that was a plastic part, it would have been fine.
Yeah. So that review's up. I am also going to do just a transformation video on that since the video is so long.
That's a great idea. I love that idea. That's a genius idea.
That was Brian's idea.
I love you. Okay, let's jump to official news. Titan. Okay, so this is big because I wasn't expecting this. Titans Return Chaos on Velocitron multi-pack found at Toys R Us in Erie, PA, which is about 2 hours from Diecast. And his local Toys R Us does not have one because he checked. Man, it's $100, which we pretty much knew, but it's it's been found. And I need it.
I mean, we knew that was the suggested retail price, but being Toys R Us, there's really no telling, how they were going to abide by
We expected
that.
at least a $20 markup.
We could still get it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember how things have posted before or been found before, then the prices got jacked up. Didn't it happen with MP10?
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah.
All of the MPs.
Not Bumblebee. They can't sell those for anything.
That's true. This is when we learned to import figures. I think like MP10 was the start of it because people had a hard time finding them, and then they kept jacking up the price. And
yeah, with Masterpieces, it really was the Autobot cars when Prowl was the first one of the Autobot car masterpieces Hasbro tried, right? And it ended up being more expensive through Toys R Us than to order it from HLJ.
Yeah.
With shipping.
Yeah. Yeah. So I at least for me, the problems we went through with Prime were the start of I need to import these myself.
Yeah, and MP10 was like largely an availability problem too.
Yeah.
Because the supply went through so quickly.
If it
Go ahead.
If it wasn't for Don, I wouldn't have had MP10 or Soundwave. And Don's slow little country Toys R Us. Where Don's the only person that buys anything there, apparently.
Now I'm just envisioning his Toys R Us as being like Floyd's barbershop.
It's not far from that. Okay, I'm the only one who's actually visited Don. We've all visited each other in some capacity enough to where I figured everybody has been everywhere, but no. Yeah, Don's little country Toys R Us is pretty awesome. Let's see here. What else we got going on? But that's big news. LG43 Legends Trypticon new magazine scan shows photos of Dinosaurer. It looks great. I honestly have no idea how it varies from the Hasbro version. It just looks great. And
It looks a lot like the Hasbro version. I think the interior of the mouth is painted purple.
That's it. That's the only
discernible difference.
Yeah, except for shades of purple and green. That's the only difference I can find.
It's
the
such
gray
a great
is lighter than the Hasbro. The Hasbro gray is darker.
Although some of that could just be photo post processing too.
It could be, yeah. But I think the colors on this are generally lighter than the Hasbro version, which, like XP Chris said, it could be lighting.
Is this?
But it's also not out of character for how Takara Tomy does their decos either.
Is
But
this
surprisingly, as much as I'm sorry, Brian.
Go ahead.
Surprisingly, as much as Takara likes their lighter shades of purple, their
They do.
What's his name is a darker
Full
purple
Tilt.
than the Hasbro. Full Tilt is a darker purple than the Hasbro one.
Is this too slavish an homage or an homage to the G1 toy? Is it too much
No.
like the G1 toy? It's not.
No more or less so than the Hasbro version.
No, I mean the mold in general.
I mean, I guess I could have done with some more imagination into it. On the other hand, though, these magazine scans do show that not only does it have the it'll eat Titan Masters thing, but actually the arms are jointed so that it can hold a Titan Master and bring it up to its mouth.
Oh, that's
nice.
That's better than a real dinosaur.
Yeah, well, better than a real T-Rex at any rate.
A full tilt looks great. I would buy full tilt carded, to be honest with you. And but of course, based on the color, it looks like a Hasbro toy.
And that's weird too, because one of the samples they had in the Toy Fair showroom looked from the photos like one of them had varying shades of purple for the different parts. One of them was just like solid purple.
So did Blur just come out in Legends? He must have been out for a while.
Yeah, he came out last September, I think.
September?
Okay,
Yeah,
so
something like that.
I just thought about picking it up. I saw a friend of mine on Facebook who just bought one and was comparing the Legends to the Hasbro version, and it just occurred to me that I don't have
It
the
is-
Legends version.
It is night and day.
That was
difference.
literally how they described it.
Yeah, talk to Don. Apparently, he knows a guy.
I mean, I know a guy, I can get it. I just like it's hard for me to drop $40 on a deluxe, and I have.
If you can still get Legends Blur for only $40, from what I've seen, that might not be a bad idea.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
once you get it in hand and take a look at it, you'll be able to live with the decision.
Okay. Let's see here. Well,
Especially if
Or-
shipping takes a week or so, and you'll just forget what you paid for it.
it was out of China, so it's going to take nearly a month.
Yeah, see, it'll be fine. By the time you get it, you won't remember actively how much it cost you. So
It's true. $40. Buy it now. Free shipping.
there you go.
And
Yeah.
this is out of Maryland. It's open, but do I care?
No, not as long
No,
as
you were going to
everything's
open it
there.
anyway. I mean,
Okay, I'm buying it now. Okay, let's moving along.
Get it cheaper.
Dang it. Let's see here. Titans Return Deluxe Wave 4 hits major North America retail.
in Canada.
In Canada. Well, that's something.
But it's out at Walmart in Canada now.
Yay?
So how long did
It's progress, right?
Yeah.
how long did it take us to get 6-shot after it showed up in Canada? About a month?
I still haven't seen a 6-shot.
Neither have I.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, they showed up. They showed up in Canada either late December or maybe early January, and they were out in stores here. What, end of February, maybe something like that.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
So 6 weeks to 2 months.
I still kind of expect Wave 4 and the Velocitron box. It'll probably see more widespread release on the street date for all the last night toys.
Which is, what, the 24th of April?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Let's see. Actually, while I'm looking at eBay, I might as well look up and see if the Velocitron sets up.
Oh, that's a good question.
And it's not so good. Okay.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
All right.
Titans Return Nautica featured on Hasbro Pulse. Hey, Hasbro Pulse is a thing.
Sometimes they remember
Whoa,
that.
they did something?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, they posted 2 photos of Nautica.
Whatever intern is responsible for that had like an hour of spare time, and
Yeah, you're exactly right. Yeah, it would be nice if we would get some info about HasCon. Maybe they can spare half an hour next week and post some HasCon info.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see here. What else we have going on? Okay, so we have new N10 photos of Masterpiece Megatron.
Of the video,
It's a video. Okay, so mine should.
and it's sideways.
Oh God, mine should ship from Amazon here, Amazon Japan, in about a week. So we'll see if I get it.
It's hard to believe we're on 30. I know I say this a lot, but we're on 36 masterpieces.
Since 2004.
Yeah, but that's accelerated dramatically in the last 7-8 years.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah,
doesn't
but I
count
mean-
an awful lot of variants.
This is true. That's a very good point. I wonder how many there are, including all the letter variants.
Yeah.
That's gotta push it up over 50 easily.
Yeah. Wouldn't be surprised if it was closer to 70.
And I feel that I have a lot of them, but when you compare it to really all the variants, I so do not. I have I have every mold at least once, except for the V1 Megatron. I never bought that. I just
You never bought version 1?
Nope. Could not bring myself to
Wow.
do it.
Oh, no, neither did I.
Yeah.
Wow.
I
I
don't
was
have,
Masterpiece Megatron,
I
I
don't
was
have
in.
I don't have version 1 Rodimus either.
I got that.
I dodged that bullet.
I should have dodged that bullet.
I have 2 of them. One's still in package because for a
It's
while
probably
I was
also
buying
broken.
2 of everything.
So do you have one? Is one of them Hasbro?
They're both Hasbro.
No, then you only have Hot Rod.
Yeah. But for a while I was buying both of the Hasbro
But you know what,
versions.
Masterpiece Rodimus, because Masterpiece Rodimus is only from Takara. You got Hot Rod. He doesn't have his trailer.
Yeah, that's Masterpiece Hot Rod with bonus Rodimus Prime robot mode.
Yeah. it's a crappy toy either way. So
Yeah, I mean, the whole Rodimus vehicle mode is literally just a pretender shell you put Hot Rod into, contort it up a little bit.
But you have to awkwardly put it on it. Getting that on is a pain in the butt. And I ended up selling that the Winnebago back end or whatever you want to call it for like $80 on eBay. Somebody just bought the Hasbro version. But yeah. Let's see here. What else we got going on? New generation Cyber Battalion figure surface, Prowl and Jetfire. Where do they show up?
Yeah, I'm not sure what engineering Prowl is borrowing from, but Jetfire looks like a redo of the Starscream mold.
Oh, I'm gonna have to get that Jetfire.
Yeah, that Jetfire does look pretty nice, and it doesn't have all that awful chrome.
Yeah,
and I think Prowl is based on mostly on the old style Legends figure, but that is just a guess in terms of engineering.
I could see that.
Aren't these the figures that never show up in US?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these were like South America or something.
Yeah. South America, I think Singapore sometimes.
Yeah, I think these pictures came out of Taiwan.
Oh, yeah. So these are not from the US?
No.
Well, they'll probably turn up at the Universal Studios store because the first round of them did.
Some of the first round did, but I don't think the whole thing ever did. I think some of the Cyber Battalion did, but maybe not the Cyber Commanders. I forget which.
I think you can get these from like Robot Kingdom, places like that.
Yeah.
So I searched for Cyber Battalion on the eBay since I happen to be there, and the only thing I'm seeing right now is a Bumblebee, one of them, for $37.
That's buy. You should buy that. No. You should buy it now.
They run 30-ish at Universal from what I've heard. So.
You'll like it. It's probably a great toy. Lots of plastic.
I like plastic. Okay, so what else we got going on? Oh gosh. Oh, how do you say this?
The Optimus Prime info bar phone.
Yeah, but so the Optimus Prime info bar phone, we have one in hand. I thought this was like is this a prototype? I thought.
Yeah, this is a prototype.
Okay.
This is basically to demonstrate how the transformation works.
But it has some of the deco on it, which is just weird looking to me.
Yeah, they've got some painted samples on the table there too, but the one they're actually handling in the video is just a great prototype.
It looks very passable.
Does anybody want this?
I mean, I'd get it for $15, but it's not going to be sold for $15.
So here in Japan, we've had a working, actually that came out here too, a working mouse, working USB drive, a working pen, but this isn't a working phone. What's up with that?
Well, so there's the possibility this has Bluetooth hardware in it, where you can sync it with your phone and pretend it's a working phone.
You know, I thought
kind of like how the that Bluetooth Star Trek communicator works.
Yeah, and I thought it was a working shoe until I broke it. And a working hat.
Well, with your feet, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, a working hat.
How'd that hat work out for you?
It was very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. Let's see here. What else we got going on? So, Cow Candy gets cheesy with Transformers Optimus Prime Fruit Punch sticks.
I still don't know where Jack dug this up from.
Wait, is this?
Yeah, so these are Transformers branded like cheese snacks with the flavor of fruit punch infused into them.
That is disgusting.
Yeah, this
sounds vile.
Yeah, I'm really sad Don's not here because I'm pretty sure he'd be into this.
Oh yeah,
that is amazing.
No, it's real cheese, not
Is it
Velveeta. Yeah. No, I think this is just like string cheese.
It's only 1 gram of sugar, so
Monterey Jack snack sticks.
Why would
they're putting fruit punch in Monterey Jack?
Minimally sweetened and maximally delicious.
I'm so confused. How is this a thing?
Yeah.
You know what would be great with my cheese?
Thought of
some
this?
fruit punch.
I mean, to drink, sure, but not to be infused into the cheese.
Probably somebody was eating a cheese stick and drinking fruit punch, and like, this is delicious together. Like, I wish I could just get this all at once. So what's this story here? XV, you wrote this. Transformers movie series to spark off Hasbro's larger move to film, including G.I. Joe reboot. What is this?
Yeah, so the LA Times posted an article yesterday talking about Hasbro's Cinematic Universe project. A lot of it is stuff we've heard before on this, but they actually talked a little bit about how G.I. Joe is going to figure in. And part of the plan for that seems to be they're going to reboot it and target it toward a younger audience than the movies we got, which I didn't even think was really possible because those were like cartoons put to live action already. It also talks about the Bumblebee spin-off movie a little bit and compares it more to that it will feel like the first Transformers movie again. I assume they mean the 2007 one, not the 86 movie. No, it's just interesting because this is like the first thing that has any specific mention of plans for G.I. Joe since like 2013.
I'll believe it when they kick some of the licensees. Is that the right way to say it? Some of the licensees off G.I. Joe, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, now they're going to do something with this.
So I really could see the film franchise being geared toward a younger audience. I think not that they're mature, but they feature like kids don't care about Channing Tatum. Like kids don't care. Kids like The Rock,
but they love The Rock.
Yeah.
I mean, any casting for a kids movie is strictly for the benefit of the parents that have to sit there and suffer through it with their kids.
Yeah, sometimes.
That's the whole logic behind that. Kids don't really care who's acting in the movie. They just want to see character X, Y, and Z on there. They don't care who's playing the parts. The parents have to sit there and, the parents are the ones in control, so the studios have to cast people the parents will tolerate seeing.
Hey, speaking of movies, I went to go see Beauty and the Beast yesterday and Kong, Skull Island this weekend at a local theater that I've not gone to since moving here. It's one of those places that serves food and booze and stuff. I really liked both movies.
Was that because of the food and booze and stuff?
No, just because I like the place. I like the venue. It's comfortable, and
I think Rob's going to go to a place like that when he sees Transformers in June.
That would be awesome, Rob.
So.
On his
were the seats made out of plastic? I just was curious.
No.
If,
no, they were not. They were not made of plastic. They were made of hard-ass die-cast metal.
Okay.
It was hard to move them around because they were so heavy. I had to push extra hard.
So your one complaint is the seats then
that
were made of metal.
Actually, the seats were pretty nice. Pretty good place.
But yeah, I could see targeting G.I. Joe to a younger audience just because, like, there's two ways you can go with G.I. Joe, as far as I can figure. You either play up the military angle, which the first movies tried to do somewhat, or you can do the right thing and make them wacky superhero military types.
That's basically what they did with the Fast and the Furious movies. They made them in the Justice League with cars, and that's done really well for them.
Yeah, I think they could do something like that with G.I. Joe and actually, like, get kids to be interested for at least 5 minutes.
So, like when Noah, my nephew, when we were going to Jolanta, Diecast was there. I'm like, hey, you're going to love all this G.I. Joe stuff. And he's like, what's G.I. Joe? I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, I mean, how old was he? 5?
Yeah.
So G.I. Joe has not actually been a thing in culture for A, most of the time he's been alive, and B, for the entire time he's been conscious of being alive.
Yeah, but he knows what Voltron is now.
He knew what Digimon was, which I was amazed about.
Yes.
I was like, you know what Digimon is? He's like, yeah. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, okay. I think we said it's a knockoff of Pokemon.
Yeah.
Just to even though Don wasn't there, to rile Don. And Noah was like, no, it's not.
He's like, but I like it.
And back when he was 3 and 4, he could tell you everything about every Dragon Ball Z saga. It was crazy. That's all he did was sit and watch Dragon Ball Z with his dad. It was awesome. He's forgotten it all now, so it's actually like for a 3-year-old, he had encyclopedic knowledge of Dragon Ball Z, or at least the plot.
So what you do when he turns about 12, I'll say, dig up Dragon Ball Z Abridged. They should be just finishing with the Buu Saga by then, and sit him down with that and reacquaint him because Dragon Ball Z Abridged is the ultimate way to experience Dragon Ball Z.
I love spending 3 episodes for like Gohan to charge up. I'm not joking. I love that stuff. So it's hard for me to not to do that. Okay, so moving along, the next item in the news. More last. So basically, Jack from T-Formers and other folks from Transformers websites were invited to the Paramount set in Hollywood, California, to meet Michael Bay, his dogs, and see stuff. Kind of like the set visit that Chris had back in November, October?
August.
Yeah, I forgot. You just got you're NDA'd for months.
Yeah, I had to wait 4 months to post my article. And from the sounds of it, the group they toured around this time got to do a lot more stuff than I did.
I saw our buddy M. Cypher meet Michael Bay in a photo in T-Formers. I'm certain they both loved that. It was a lot of neat stuff. And we saw a video. Was that the first time we saw a video of Rodimus or Hot Rod? It's the first thing I remember seeing of Hot Rod actually moving.
I believe
that might be the first video appearance of the robot mode.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to point you to T-Formers on that one because there's a lot of photos and news and stuff there. Jack has done a great write-up of all that. Let's see here. So we talked about Hot Rod, new Transformers. We have Cogman. Forgetting which one Cogman was.
Now that's the one I think is supposed to act like the headmaster and can take over Transformer bodies. He's also Anthony Hopkins' butler.
His butler.
Oh, Anthony Hopkins should have been Lord Chumley.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah.
We'll never have that now.
So we have photos from Toy Fair Brazil. Let's see here. And Wave 2 lineup confirmed? Question mark.
Well, it's there was no information with the article that specifically said what the Wave 2 Deluxes were, but considering that there were 8 figures in package and 4 of them were from Wave 1, it seems to be pretty likely that Squeaks, Steelbane, Drift, and Slug will be the Wave 2 Deluxes.
I want Squeak so bad.
Yeah, that looks like a great toy.
Yeah. But yeah, that's cool. Also in movie news, we have package art images for Premier Edition toys. I like this picture of Optimus. It's very regal, very knightly.
Keira Knightley?
No, he's had a sandwich before. I like this one where he's holding a sword. I really like this. But
where's the one where he's disemboweling someone who's like, crying and begging for mercy?
So while in theory, I'm still not a huge fan of the way Bumblebee looks. I mean, his design is iconic in a post-2007 context. But I really like the way they have Optimus looking in this movie now.
Meanwhile, the Barricade art, which I think is one of the clearest images we've had of Barricade's robot mode redesign so far, doesn't have a whole lot in common with the toy.
Yeah, what's up with that? Yes,
I'm not complaining as such because I like the idea that we're getting simpler toys for the new molds, which don't look as much like piles of knives.
So he has segmented eyes. That's kind of cool. And the protect and serve text are knuckles, or like brass knuckles.
Yeah.
Yeah. The interesting thing being that in the little motion posters that were released today, his knuckles do not say protect and serve. The hand he has up in the poster says punish.
Interesting.
Which means that probably the other will say enslave.
They should say punish and enslave, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a goof on that packaging art.
Well, there you go.
Either that or they just decided they didn't want to do that on, the kids' toys.
Except Barricade's toys before have had punish and enslave on them.
Yeah.
Is there any chance that that's Prowl?
No. The file name was Barricade originally, so...
And it's
Okay.
covered Decepticon symbols.
Those file names get screwed up all the time, but
This is true, but it's the best pointer
he's
we have.
blue. He's blue, and he's
The barricade car for this movie is dark blue. I've seen it in person.
okay.
And again, Decepticon symbol on the chest. So
That's a slight hint.
Oh, I missed that. I was looking at the.
I mean,
police
if they're
and
taking cues from how Prowl's been acting in IDW the last few years, I mean, that wouldn't necessarily be out of the question either.
But
True.
the most important news item of the week, though, is the Last Night Armor Up Megatron and Grimlock official images. So, like, people who don't like official toys, this is probably what they think all official toys look like. Are these things?
I like
Yeah.
the way the Megatron jet mode has been, tweaked and reimagined for this iteration.
So this looks to me like a transforming Pretender shell. Is that far off from that?
So this is like Turbo Changers, which I think is the renamed Hyper Changers, which is the renamed Three-Step Changers. It's the larger fast transformation toys, and these have like a slide-down helmet gimmick or something.
Is it wrong that I
Yeah.
don't buy these at all?
No.
no,
I bet Rob Springer
No,
buys them.
actually, we had this whole great discussion on the panel at Toylanta a couple of weekends ago that nobody's going to ever get to hear because SD card problems. But yeah, I mean, you don't have to like or buy all toys. They're not all for you, and that's okay.
That's true. God, Grimlock looks terrible. Okay.
Yes.
But
Yes, he does.
but I'm not buying it. It's not for me, and that's okay.
yeah.
That's okay.
The only way
God,
this
it's
could be
terrible.
more not for you. The only way this could be more not for you is if it was 90% die-cast metal like Sovereign.
Mhm.
I'm certain there's been a toy that was mostly die-cast metal that I really, really liked. I just can't think of it. GoBots.
Yeah.
GoBots. There you go. Let's see. Oh,
How are you on Matchbox cars as a kid?
I like the ones. I like the Parasites. Those are Matchbox, right?
Well, probably not what I'm thinking of, but sure.
No, not lice. No, like the little Parasites. They had the little car shell that pop off. Now, I wish we'd have got to talk about this last week because this popped up after the show was over. So to me, this is probably the second or third most exciting thing on the show. We have leaked images of Last Night Deluxe Megatron and Decepticon Nitro leaked. So Megatron is based on, is that the that's the Megatron mold?
Deluxe.
Yeah, that's the Megatron mold. And Nitro is
Nitro may be a new mold.
yeah. I'm trying to think of what else that would be.
Because there is a Decepticon in one of the crowd scenes in the trailers that also has Shockwave's head, but is not otherwise Shockwave that we can tell. This has a Shockwave-looking head. I think this is a toy representing that character from the movie.
Yeah, I like the look of the Megatron though.
It's good colors on that mold.
I like it. I think it
We
works
just have to
really
remember
well.
that mold is also very, very small.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
But I think my favorite thing though is Skeletron.
Yes.
Now, I love that name. That name is so awesome. Skeletron. And is that a new mold? That's a new mold, right?
That's the steel beam mold.
Oh, so wait. We have
Okay,
Steel
so
Bane.
probably what we're looking at here. Remember those Toys R Us inventory listings from a couple months ago? One of the things in them was Deluxe 2-packs.
Yes.
So most likely the Megatron and the Skeletron, they may not be a 2-pack together, but they're probably parts of different Deluxe 2-packs that are going to be exclusive to Toys R Us. Since it's, reused mold that we don't have any indication of having been in the system otherwise.
I really like the look of the... I guess it's not paint. I guess it is paint apps on this. It's got the coppery looking armor. I think that looks really neat. It may look like crap in person, but at least in this photo, it looks really good. It almost, it's copper. It looks like the Statue of Liberty almost from a sheen perspective. I think it looks great. I'd like to have a zoom in of the face.
Yeah, I want to get a better look at that myself.
It looks really interesting. It looks really fun.
And it looks like Megatron has a remolded head, too.
Oh, I didn't notice.
Yeah, It looks like
does.
it does have a more
it does.
movie-like head.
Yeah. Sure does.
Yeah, so look for these to probably come to Toys R Us sometime in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Best of luck with that.
Absolutely. So
for $40 a 2-pack.
So you know what time it is. It's the time we thank you for using our Amazon links at tfradio.net/Amazon. But this week, it's a very special Amazon.com plug because Dawn's not here. And we are going to plug our Massey Attack wish list. Basically, go to tfradio.net/Massey Attack. One word, MASSEYATTACK. All lowercase. Now, this is different because usually these lists are things that you buy for yourself. But this Massey Attack list is very special because anything you buy goes to Dawn. So it has things like Bactine, so for when Dawn gets attacked by Massey. Band-Aids, which is regular. Medical tape, alcohol prep pads, Neosporin, Transfers bandages. But we've added a few things this week. Very important things. I added a gallon of Miracle Whip. So if you want to get Dawn a gallon of Miracle Whip, it only costs $11. Because Dawn loves Doctor Who, we have a disappearing TARDIS coffee mug so that he's not having to drink out of a bowl anymore. He would love that. We have a 32-ounce loaf. I love that it's a loaf of Velveeta. If you really love Dawn and really love the show, again, this will go to him. PlayStation 4 500 gigabyte bundle with The Last of Us because he really wants that. And because he has nowhere else to put things, and this would just basically be a doorstop in his house, but he wouldn't get rid of it because he's Dawn. We have an overhead projector.
That was my idea.
I love that. tfradio.net/Massey Attack. Now, you don't have to buy Dawn anything. If you want to buy yourself anything, you can get... I get all my cat food and dog food now through Amazon, and it's awesome. I ordered some last night. I'll have it tomorrow. I don't have to go out and get it. I don't have to worry that the store is out of the stock of the specific type the cats want. I can get whatever I want. I also ordered some... Pepsi with the real sugar. My local grocery store doesn't have it anymore, so I ordered some from Amazon. I should have that soon. You can get anything you want. tfradio.net/Amazon. It's awesome.
Order lots of heavy things and make your mailman hate you.
Yeah. This day 2 years.
Buy some weights.
Yeah. So funny enough, this day 2 years ago, I posted to Amazon that I bought 2 75-pound dumbbells. And a friend of mine who works in logistics pointed out that I paid for my Amazon.com Prime membership right there because the cost of that, he priced it out, would have been about exactly the same for shipping as my Prime membership costs.
Wow.
Yeah, so if you want to do all your everyday shopping with Amazon, you could also sign up for Amazon Prime to save yourself a lot on shipping costs and get everything at least in 2 days. And you can do that through tfradio.net/Amazon also.
tfradio.net/Prime.
There you go.
And if you like podcasts, and we assume that you do because you're listening to us, you can subscribe to Audible. You can get a free Audible trial membership at tfradio.net/Audible. And it's about time I listened to the Alexander Hamilton biography again because it's awesome. Ron Chernow's biography of Hamilton's great, and I need to listen to that again. And you can get that for free at tfradio.net/Audible if you are a new Audible subscriber. I love Audible. Jumping to third-party news, we don't have any. So there's not much there.
Slow couple of weeks in the third-party world.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah, in another week or two, there will be everything ever and a Springer.
Yeah, Springers 7, 8, and 9, I'm sure.
I've been seeing on Twitter from Maz lots of pictures of Contact Shop floating around. Maz seems really happy with it.
Oh, yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, that the good report on that should make Don's day.
Yeah. I mean, Make Toys is awesome. I haven't been disappointed by a Make Toys toy in years.
When was the last time you were disappointed by a Fans Toys toy?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, okay.
We're counting that at the minutes right now.
Over there.
Okay, let's see here. Rob, what's on T-Formers this week?
Okay, well, we've got my review of Transformers versus G.I. Joe, the movie, which
is awesome.
It is, but it's not as awesome as the series, in my opinion.
I think it's more awesome just because it's a joke, and I paid $5 for it. How smart?
Yeah.
How smart are they? It's one joke, and I paid $5 for it.
Yeah, but they carry through really well with the joke. I mean, there's even articles in there about the making of the movie. There's interviews with the actors that play Scarlet and Optimus Prime. In terms of that kind of package as a souvenir magazine for a movie that does not exist, it is great.
So, spoilers for what they're worth. It's literally a retelling of the whole series effectively in one issue. It's highly abridged.
Yeah, the interesting thing about it is that Tom Scioli started work on this in summer of 2014 while they were still working on the series proper. So this kind of represents in many ways an earlier version of the idea. And learning that was, I think, the most fascinating thing about it for me.
And he worked on
it is.
Go ahead. Sorry. He worked on it solo as well.
Yeah, this was not done with John Barber. I have a feeling that this was kind of his original proposal for the series that he and Barber fleshed out from there.
Makes sense.
It's also worth noting the omnibus hardcover collection for Transformers vs. G.I. Joe has been delayed to include this with it from its original publication date.
Oh, good.
Oh, nice.
Awesome.
We've also got XV's review of Optimus Prime issue 5.
I've not read that.
That's a pretty good issue. That's a pretty good series. That's really all I have to say for it off the top of my head. We've got a custom Legends Jinrai made from the Combiner Wars Rook mold, I think. And
this thing is amazing.
Yeah, it's a really great piece of work.
The customizer even took the Jinrai Titan Master from Super Jinrai and modified that so it could turn into an engine and plug onto the custom Jinrai.
Yeah, this thing is...
It's a really fantastic piece of work. There's like 18, 20 pictures of it on T-Formers, and on the customizer's photo blog, there's even more. There's a link to that in the article, too.
I wish I had talent.
I know, right?
What a great way to take advantage of the fact that Rook's neck fits the neck joint for Titan Masters. I mean... But yeah, that is really neat. That is worth looking at. We also have my review of Voyager Optimus Prime, which I like the mold, but it is the least essential version of that mold that will probably ever exist, unless you want a, Spy Changer Optimus Prime that's like 6-7 inches tall.
I wish they would have leaned its deco a little bit harder into Star Convoy.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
Yeah.
Just, I wish they would have leaned the deco a little bit more into the truck too. But yeah, but it's like I said, it's a good mold. There's a bunch of better versions of it coming. If your Toys R Us has the Velocitron box set, there's one out there right now. But it's worth looking at. I
just heard a vehicle, so it sounds like we are at Don's.
Let's see. For last week's Throwback Thursday, Jack posted the Transformers movie 2007 press kit.
Oh, nice.
It seems kind of relevant for this week, and it is very fancy. And he's got a good-sized gallery of all the various things that came with that. And it's a nice-looking piece.
I'm not sure if we're going to get a Throwback Thursday article this week since he's been traveling for the Paramount visit.
Yeah, and we've also got another article up by him of the of his experiences at Paramount for that.
And yeah, that's his full write-up in photo gallery.
Yeah. And lastly, XV did an extended gallery from the Extended Kids' Choice Awards trailer that hit late last week.
450 screenshots for a 2-minute trailer.
Damn.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at the press kit from the 2007 movie, and like that pen, I have another branded version of that pen by something else. Just, of course, it's just branded tchotchke crap, but
Mhm.
but it's
like
just funny.
the BotCon 2016 rubber ducky.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Let's see here on the network this week. I think we only did an episode of Superhero Time Presents, that one episode of Star Trek. What did you guys talk about?
It's the Deep Space Nine episode, The Alternate, which you probably won't know from the title, but it's the one where Odo reunites with his father for the first time. And then turns into a movie monster.
Ah.
It's from season 2.
Gotcha.
Scott was calling it Daddy Issues, the episode.
Nice. There's also an episode of Being Awesome, Heavy Metal, Decepticons, Chainsaw Dinosaurs, and more.
Oh, he must be talking about Kyoryu Drew Brave.
Probably. I have no idea. I listened to it, and I don't even remember that part. But he talks about the Nintendo Switch last night, Toy Leaks. Yeah, he talks about Brave and stuff. It's awesome. I really enjoyed that episode, except for whenever somebody's like, blah, blah, Brave, blah, blah, Power Rangers, blah, blah, Tokuger, blah, blah stuff I don't get. I blink.
Yeah, now Kyoryu Drew Brave is not the Brave series Don's all into. This is a Korean sequel to a Super Sentai series.
Gotcha. Yeah, I have no idea.
They haven't made a Brave series since like 1998 or 1999.
Yeah. And that's it. That's all we got this week. Anybody have anything else?
Nope.
I'll channel Rob Springer here. Rhinox farted.
Rhinox farted. So, of course, you can find all of this at tfradio.net/511. We'll have our show notes. You can leave us a voicemail or a text at 931-99-GOBOT. That's 931-994-6268. You can find us on Instagram at TF Podcast. We're on Twitter at TF Radio. And on Facebook at facebook.com/TF Radio. I will have that Twitter contest up tonight. I just got to figure out how I'm going to do it. So tell your friends, follow us on Twitter to potentially win a pin. It's a really awesome pin. I am on Twitter at BKilby, and I am on Instagram at Brian Kilby, BrianKilby. Chris, how do people get a hold of you?
I'm at your mom's house.
Matt, what about you?
On Twitter at Melvar.
3 L's, 2 R's. Diecast.
I'm on YouTube at RFC Reviews and on Twitter at Diecast 2, and pretty much that's about it.
Awesome. Rob.
I am on Twitter at Figure Reviewers, and of course, my Optimus Prime review, along with all of our other reviews, can be seen on YouTube at T-Formers TV.
Sweet. And John, what are you playing right now?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm playing active listener to RFC. That's what I'm playing.
Awesome.
I'm also on Twitter at ThatJohnD and Twitch. So hit me up. And PSN. Hit me up.
Very good. Okay, so at your mom's house is already taken on Twitter, apparently.
Oh, man.
I was going to, but yeah,
What about your
somebody's
mom?
already
At your
squatting
mom.
on that.
You know that's taken.
I probably follow that account, actually.
Probably. Everybody who's watched live, thank you so much. We love you. I think we had some problems with the chat this week. I couldn't figure out what the problem was, but typically we are very active with the chat. But this week something screwed up. Apologies for that. And but yeah, join us tfradio.net/live every Wednesday at 8 Eastern, which I don't... do you guys think you'll have a live stream next week?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So we'll have that. We'll be here next week as well. So, except I won't and Chris won't. We will be eating sushi somewhere. We'll see you later. Have a good one. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
We can burn through your mobile data and watch it on your phone while we're eating dinner.
It's true. So this is one of those weeks, and I thought, dang it, we're almost done, and we have to cover fill time. Oh, wait, no, it's already done.
Timed out pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew when I couldn't remember any third-party stuff, we actually had enough, legit stuff to talk about.
My throat, went dry, 10 minutes ago, and I can't explain why. It's
Needs more caffeine.
possibly.
You know, if Don was here this week, we'd probably still be talking about news stuff.
Yeah. Don. Okay, let's see here. I need to take a good photo of this pen without any background crap. Oh, wait. I have a printer right here with plenty of paper.
There you go.
So you're going to take a picture of it with the printer in the background?
No. Yeah, actually, that's a great idea. Okay. Oops. Thankfully, I'm not recording that, so just hit that. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Let's see here. So, hey, because we've had so much issues with the live stream this week, I'm going to drop the stream now. People watching live, thank you very much. We love you. And Diecast will fix this next week. We'll see you.